What is up, y'all? Within today's video, I am going to be ranting a lot. I'm just letting you guys know is that I've just been accumulating some things over the past like week or so that I've just been wanting to talk about when it comes down to influencers and their, oh my gosh, I don't understand what it is specifically when it comes down to TikTok, them not disclosing ads, and I don't really get it. And you know what, I'm gonna be with you guys. Actually, I'm specifically talking about Michaela Nogueira, and I hate saying this because a lot of you guys disagree with me in the comments, and I read the comments. Y'all know I be talking to you guys in the comments, and every single time that I say I actually like Michaela's personality, all of you guys are like, no. And I know that you guys have your issues with her. I totally get that, but I look at things obviously a little bit different. First of all, I think she's a good makeup artist. Second of all, I feel like her personality is like low-key entertaining, and I feel like she makes fun of herself, which makes it fun. Every single time she draws out her accent, she knows what she's doing. She knows how to play the social media game really, really well, and I really give her kudos to that. Like, honestly, I could look at her and say, hey, I respect that about her. When it comes down to the disclosure of ads, it really bothers me because there are so many people out there who are so naive that they don't understand a TikTok is an ad. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, my nana will be sending me some things sometimes like, oh my gosh, that are so blatantly fake. And I'm like, oh, she's so old. Like, she's so easily like taken advantage of. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she sees something that's like, oh my gosh, look, it's like a person like brushing their hair and it's growing immediately after. I'm like, Nana, like, you're not gonna brush your hair and that much hair is gonna grow from that. I'm so sorry. That's just not real. That's fake. Like, you know what I mean? That's a horrible example. She's never sent me anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, so many things that she has sent me before, I'm like, no, that's fake. Like, no, that's a filter. Like, so many foundations she'll send me, and like, it'll be a person her age. She's in her 70s, and then she'll be like, oh my gosh, look at the before and after. I'm like, Nana, there's like 2 filters over that. Like, there's no foundation on the planet that's gonna snatch your face back. You know what I mean? Things like that really get to me because I feel like there's so many people, not even just older people, younger people too, that are so naive and they don't understand, oh, hey, this video from Michaela seems so genuine, and she's like, oh my god, like, she really is an actress at this point. Like, you can see that she does these things that hammed up big time, and it's like, no, it's really an ad. So there's some things that I want to talk about, y'all, that I'm just kind of like, how come so many times with Michaela she just doesn't disclose her ads? And I wanted to talk about some other influencers like Daus Mendoza and Manny MUA specifically, because this is all alleged. I'm just letting you guys know from the jump of this video. Me making this is just my opinion that I think Michaela is lying, because Daus Mendoza and Manny MUA did a sponsorship video with this brand. I think it's called MCO Beauty. We'll go over it within the video. And I'm just like, wait, they got sponsored like for it, right? And they both put in their thing that it is sponsored by, or they'll put like an MCO Beauty partner or whatever it is down in their hashtag, but Michaela didn't, and she didn't acknowledge it whatsoever. I'll play her TikTok within today's video too. Also, I'm just gonna go from the jump and let you guys know that I'm like, all of her videos average around like, you know, like 2 million views or whatever, unless a brand will reach out to her and turn it into an ad. And I think MCO Beauty turned her video into an ad, because I'm like, wait, why is, like, if you look at all of her videos, they're all around, like, I would say between like 1 million and 2 million, and then that one jumped up to 14.4 million. I'm like, did the brand pay for this to like become an ad? In her hashtags though, it does not say MCO Beauty partner. And this is where I'm just kind of like, I don't understand why it's so difficult. Also, if there's any of you guys out there who are educated on this specific situation, can you guys let me know what the difference is with TikTok? Is it maybe because it's not owned by the US? Do they have different like FTC guidelines? Because I'm not understanding why some people will physically say in a video, this video is sponsored by so-and-so, or they'll say, thank you for partnering with me, so-and-so. Like, you know what I mean? But then on TikTok, you don't have to do that. Like, it really does seem like Michaela Nogueira has been caught lying so many damn times about her FTC guidelines, and I'm like, so is there just like a TikTok loophole that you don't have to disclose that it is an ad? Because I don't get it. Like, on Instagram, I'll see people saying that it is an ad, but then on TikTok, I see so many people not disclosing that it's an ad, and I'm not really understanding it. And low-key, it's very frustrating. I feel like, what's the problem with saying that you are sponsored by this company? Low-key, I would think that's a flex. Like, oh my god, you're getting all these sponsorships. I specifically, though, want to talk about when it comes down to Michaela. I feel I'm starting to notice, y'all, I'm literally like so bored with my damn life that I was like looking at her TikToks, and I'm like, when she's sponsored by big brands, like she was recently sponsored by Polite Society, she was recently sponsored by Mac, like she'll put that in the actual description box. She'll put down there like, you know, partner, Mac partner, or she'll put like a Polite Society partner or whatever. She won't physically say it in the video, but she'll at least put it in the description box. Well, not the description box, but the, yeah, I guess the description box, but she'll put it in the hashtags. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what? At least she'll actually like put it down there. But then I notice when it's like indie brands or smaller brands or not so popular brands, then she doesn't do it. And I just don't understand that, because I'm like, why when it comes down to these other brands, like you guys remember I've called her out before for the Essence situation. I'm like, girl, this is a blatant lie from you. Like, you know, there's been so many times, obviously, I did a full video, actually, if you guys don't remember, calling out all the times that she's been caught in a lie. And I'm just kind of like, why is it when it comes down to big brands, she'll put it? And I'm starting to think, this is just my opinion, I'm starting to think that the littler brands are not really educated when it comes down to the FTC guidelines, and they don't give her a clear description. And I think that she just kind of like runs with it and lets it be, and is like, you know what, hey, like if the brand's not specifically telling me to do it, then I just won't do it. And maybe the bigger brands have more, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like more in detail description boxes and things that you have to write out and say. Because I'm just like, what is the purpose of this? You know what I mean? I mean, clearly she knows that if she takes money for anything, it doesn't even matter what the brand says. For her own sake, if she takes money from the brand, she has to put that it is a sponsorship. Like, even if you get a gift, like you guys know recently, like YSL sent me these colognes, and I literally had to say I was gifted by YSL, just to let you guys know. Yes, I was not paid for it. It's not sponsored. I don't have to mention it. But if I do mention it, I have to say it's a gift. Like, that's literally the stipulations of receiving the product. So I'm not understanding. You know what I mean? And it frustrates me so much because I know you guys disagree with me, but I really do feel like I would really like Mikayla if she wasn't such a damn liar. Like, she lies so freaking much. And then I told you guys too, like, I really do feel like she is becoming an actress, because I notice every single thing that she does, like, she'll be like, oh my God, this brush is so, oh my God. It's like, girl, you ain't gotta do all that. Like, it's a freaking brush, or it's a foundation, or it's a powder. Like, she overhypes up everything. And you guys know I told you this before. I feel like I don't have a place on TikTok, because every time like I do a review, I'm just, yes, I'm a dramatic person, okay? And obviously depending upon who you ask, I'm like super dramatic. But then to some people, I'm not dramatic enough. Like when it comes down to TikTok reviews, I watch people's things and I'm like, that's just not me. I'm not that. I'm never going to be so wowed by a foundation that I'm going to be screaming and like, oh my God. Like, I'm never going to be like that. And I feel like that's how Mikayla is. And it works for her. I'm just like, damn. Anyways, I told you I'm going to be ranting today. I told you guys I am in a mood today. I am in a mood. I have to tell you guys, if I was filming the podcast right now, it would be a long one, because I just feel like talking. I feel like yapping. I have so many things to say. And I pretty much already said them all if I'm keeping it with you guys, but I do want to go over this brand and how they sponsored Manny MUA and they sponsored Douse Mendoza, and they both did disclose it. And I'll show you guys, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys Mikayla's, which I'm like, side-eyeing over there. Anyways, let me shut up. Let me get a drink of water. Let's get into it. Okay, so let me just show you guys screenshots right here, because I really do want you guys to see Mikayla's TikTok specifically within today's video. So this is a screenshot from Douse Mendoza's video. Also, I would like to say too, I don't know too much about Douse Mendoza. Like, I know he's popular on TikTok. I know he's like a beauty influencer, but I don't know, like, y'all, I don't know if he's been called out for lying before. I don't know anything about it. I told you guys before, Douse Mendoza specifically, he did a review, and I was like, oh, he earned my respect with this one, low key. He did like a TikTok to where he was at Patrick Starr's studios for One Size Beauty. He was picking out some products, and I want to say maybe a day later, a week later, I forget exactly, y'all. My timeline is always so messed up. But nonetheless, after the fact, he did a review of the Boba primer from One Size, and he didn't like it. He was like, okay, it's like patching, like it's getting separated. It's peeling on my foundation. I've tried it different ways. It's just not working. And I was like, look, he could have got onto video and fake the funk. He could have acted like he was using the primer and really not use it. There's so many ways obviously to edit around this. He could have put it on one clip and literally wiped it off on the next clip and then put the foundation on. Nobody watching the video is ever going to know that. And he literally did say, this is not working. And he's friends with Patrick Starr. And he literally made a TikTok being at the One Size headquarters picking out products. So I'm like, to me, look, because the only reason why I'm saying this is because I'm kind of like, look, maybe he's called out before and maybe I just missed it. I don't follow him. He will pop up sometimes on my For You page. I don't know too much about him, but I do want to point this out. The things that I have seen so far, he does follow the FTC guidelines, and he does seem to be pretty damn honest. The fact that he's friends with Patrick Starr and the fact that he was literally at the warehouse picking out products, like, you would think that he would want to be kissing their ass. And he's just like, no, I'm going to keep it real. And I appreciate that so freaking much. So I want to show you guys a screenshot right here from this MCO Beauty video that he did, and you guys can see right there in the hashtag that it does say MCO Beauty partner. Now, I actually haven't watched this TikTok in a couple days now, because I just kind of have been compiling some things that I wanted to talk about within today's video, and I was like, you know what? I don't remember exactly if he said in it that it's partnered or that it's sponsored, but I do have to say at least he does have the hashtag. So whenever you guys see the hashtag down in the bottom, and if it does say partner, then you guys know that it is sponsored. I'm starting to think though that TikTok does, like, I don't know if they have a loophole. I really don't, because for me, for example, every single sponsorship that I have had, I have to physically put in my description box, this video was sponsored by. Do you know what I mean? So, or even like on, I did a sponsorship before for Instagram and I have to put like hashtag sponsored by. So I just think the whole new thing is like beauty partner, or not beauty partner, sorry, because I was reading MCO Beauty partner. I think that you have to put hashtag the company and then partner. You know what I mean? So I want to say that at least he is putting it right there. Also, I want to go ahead and point this out too, that Manny MUA worked with MCO Beauty as well too. You guys can see from the screenshot right here where it says hashtag MCO Beauty partner. He did a stitch video of this on TikTok, and then he put right here dupes versus originals, and in the little description box you guys can see that it says MCO Beauty partner. Now this leads me into, first of all, I want to say I appreciate that, obviously coming from them. I think that that is necessary, and honestly y'all, I just really don't understand why it's so damn hard for some people to not call it out, because this is how I look at things. I think that these people who don't want to put that they are sponsored by it are fearful that their audience is going to think, damn, they're just taking money after money after money. They're only going to like these products if if I'm getting money. And I think that they have this whole outlook, but I have the outlook of like, girl, I'm catching you in a lie and you're literally getting paid and then you're lying about getting paid. So that's like a double lie to me, rather than you literally just saying, hey, this was sponsored. Also, I have another outlook on this too. I think that there's a lot of influencers out there who don't want to disclose that it is sponsored, because typically a sponsored post does not do as good as a organic post. So I think a lot of people try to like, let me, get the money, because obviously I want to get the money behind the scenes. And then when it comes down to the algorithm, and when it comes down to the views, and when it comes down to the viewer retention, I obviously want people to like not know that this is a sponsor, which is literally illegal. I understand their whole reasoning of doing it, because obviously they don't want their viewers to be like, damn, Michaela's taking another sponsorship. Damn, Michaela's getting another sponsorship. Like, what the hell? She only ever does anything for money. I get it. But at the end of the day, I would rather be known as somebody who is doing something for money rather than being a liar. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's deceptive marketing, and that's really messed up, because you're taking advantage of people, because you're like literally faking the funk, and you're literally acting like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Like, you guys know specifically when it came down to the Essence Beauty Foundation, or concealer, I mean, when Michaela did her video, there was a clip of her saying that she does not like the concealer, and then literally as soon as she's sponsored by Essence, then she's like, the concealer is great. It's like, oh my God, girl, you look so extra. Anyways, I wanted to tell you guys though specifically about this MCO Beauty stuff right here, because her hashtags don't say anything about it. And you guys can see from right here from the screenshot, it says that this has 14.4 million views on it. So I'm like, I almost think that like they even paid to sponsor it. It didn't pop up on my For You page as a sponsorship, because I don't know if you guys know this. On TikTok, you guys can film a video and you could check a little like tick or a little box, whatever it's called, to allow the brand to basically turn your video into an ad. I think that's kind of what they did, but I think nonetheless they have to, disclose that it is a sponsorship. But anyways, go ahead and check out this TikTok right here.
Genuine question. How is this legal? I understand duping things, but this is just straight up copying. Like, what? It kind of just blows my mind a little bit. This brand is called MCO Beauty, and they basically copy all of the viral products. I'm gonna do half my face with MCO Beauty and half my face with the real shit, because I gotta know. My goal is to make much more affordable versions of everything. Let's start with the drunk elephant. Add my bronzing drops. Same thing. Okay, let's try it. Drunk elephant, MCO. I mean, they literally look and feel exactly the same. Flawless Filter Shade 3. I haven't used this in so long. I am aware this is not my shade. From what I've heard, this dupe is incredible. So pretty. Okay, let's see. I feel like their version is actually glowier. Both are beautiful, just in their own way. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. Definitely a difference in the actual shades. This is OG Charlotte, this is MCO. Okay. This is way more pigmented than I thought. This is looking pretty. I'm not mad at it. So is the OG side. Let's try the blush. I love this blush. It is literally so pretty. Let's see how similar they are. The MCO stuff has more pigment for sure. A lot going on here. The NAS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It has been a fat minute since I've used this. Wow, that feels shockingly similar. Wow. Okay, coverage. Okay, I'm actually shocked over that one. That's crazy coverage. Guess we're going for a bright under eye today. I am so interested in this because this is literally my favorite pressed powder of all time. It gives me this beautiful smooth finish. Here we go. I'm dipping into the MCO. I am so beyond curious about this. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. It's identical. That is insane. I actually, like, I really like that. I can't. The Dior blushes. That is so pretty. The Dior blushes are very blurring. I think like all the products, this appears to have more pigment than the Dior. In general, this blush color is so pretty. I can't. This is crazy. It's literally exactly the same. Doesn't mean the shades are the same. Definitely not the same. This is the Shallot and this is the MCO. The formula feels the same. Shallot, MCO. Personally, I like the Shallot side more. Oh my, let's set it. Not the sprayer being the same. They even smell the same. I gotta know, guys. This is one of my favorite damn scents. I know what it smells like. You're shitting me. This whole thing just has me shook. I don't know how they did it, but they did.
Okay, as you guys can see from right there, she absolutely loved MCO Beauty. But once again, go ahead and look at the description box right here, and it does not say anything about being partnered. I just don't understand like what the purpose is. Like, girl, it's really not that hard to put you are sponsored. Like, oh my, y'all, if I got a sponsorship, I would be so proud. Like, you guys know, especially if you guys have come on my lives before, like pretty much like within the past whole year, I've only been sponsored by Amazon. And I was like, Amazon? I'm literally sponsored by Amazon. Like, I got an Audible sponsorship and I was so proud of that. I was so happy for that. That was actually something that I like used like on a daily basis. You know what I mean? I had to unsubscribe now because I did get a little bit broke. But I have to say that was something that I really, really enjoyed. So I was so happy. I was so happy. And that was like a flex to me. Like, I was like, oh my God, freaking Audible wanted to sponsor me. That's so badass. So I don't understand why these other people feel the need. Well, I guess like specifically Mikayla, but other people do it too. I don't understand why they feel the need to hide that. Like, one, you're lying to your audience. Two, you just are making people lose trust in you and you're looking really, really fake. In my opinion. Also, I do want to end this video out by saying this is all 100% alleged. This is just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know Mikayla's bank transactions, but clearly, if Douse Mendoza is getting this sponsorship, Manny's getting this sponsorship, and then she's doing it too, I'm just kind of like, okay, clearly they're doing like a mass sponsorship right now to get the brand out there. That's just my opinion though, just my opinion. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.